Well, it was all about the common entrance tests and counselling conducted by Karnataka Examination Board all these days, and now it is the turn of Consortium to Medical Engineering and Dental Colleges of Karnataka, popularly known as COMEDK, to hold counselling.
The counselling for professional courses through COMEDK began today for the current academic year. But the consortium has not announced the seat matrix and the information on the quotas reserved for Karnataka and non-Karnataka candidates. There is no clarity on fee structure as well. It is alleged that huge sums are collected from parents and students of other states, and that could be the reason COMEDK counselling is being held clandestinely, keeping media in the dark about it. Several irregularities were reported at the time CET was being conducted. Doubts and few fake students were caught for their alleged involvement in impersonation scam. The counselling process that is happening now too is alleged to be shrouded with irregularities. The counselling for COMEDK is happening at NMKRV College, and the students and parents are in a dilemma. The media is not informed about the same.
They preserved our documents, original documents. It is their process. I can't say anything. Kempagoda, Institute of Medical Sciences, and I paid fees 3.57 lakhs tuition fee. That was mentioned in brochure. Government fees is 10 to 15,000 per annum. But this is the private medical college. In our state, private medical college charges 8 lakhs something. So it is very good.
Usually, the majority of students appearing for COMEDK tests are outsiders. They are ready to shell out big sums to secure seats. The consortium is well aware of this fact and demand exorbitant sums of money from them. The students hailing from states other than Karnataka and appearing for counselling process today allege that their original documents have been collected and they were pressurized not to approach other colleges for admissions.
ಇಡೀ ಕಾಮೆಡ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಖಾಸಗಿ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳು MLA ಮತ್ತು MP ಗಳದ್ದೇ ಅವ್ರವೇ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಹಣವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಆಸೆಯೊಳಗಡೆ ಇವರು ಯಾವುದೇ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸರ್ಕಾರನೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಹೇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೊರಟಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಸಚಿವರು ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಶಾಸಕರುಗಳ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇರುವಾಗ ಸರ್ಕಾರನೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಮಾಡದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬಾಹ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
Well, COMEDK comprises only private institutions, and most of them are owned by politicians or their relatives. Hence, the government hesitates to take action against them. The consortium banks on this situation and sells seats for higher sums. Amrita Patil for News9, Bengaluru.
Well, the BBMP turned out to be a beehive of activity on the second day in succession. Hundreds of people rushed to office to collect application forms for the recruitment drive of Paurakarmikas.
These people are not in queue for a blockbuster movie. Look at the policemen. They are trying their best to control them. This was the scene at the BBMP headquarters again today. The Palike is distributing application forms for recruitment of Paurakarmikas. About 4,000 Paurakarmikas are going to be recruited according to the circular issued by the government. Distribution of application forms got underway in the morning. The rush to collect forms took Palike officials by surprise. Since the crowd turned unruly yesterday, the police today had placed barricades to control the mob.
BBMP ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅನಾಹುತಗಳು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಅನಾಹುತಗಳು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಫ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಕಾಲು ಮುರಿದೋಗಿದೆ, ಕೈ ಮುರಿದೋಗಿದೆ. ನಿನ್ನೆಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ BBMP ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್.
Officials had opened 8 counters to distribute the applications. About 70 policemen were deputed to control the crowd and ensure distribution of applications peacefully. But they soon learned that it was a tough job to maintain discipline among the aspiring Paurakarmikas. While all this was happening, a rumor began to make rounds that the Palike's existing Paurakarmikas were buying the applications and selling them. Our correspondent spoke to the mayor over this allegation, and this is what he said.
91-92 ಇಸ್ವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪೌರಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರನ್ನ ನೇಮಕಾತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವಾಗಲೂ ಸಹಿತ ಕಾಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸುಮಾರು ಒಂದು 50,000 ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಆ ಗೊಂದಲ ನಿವಾರಣೆಗೆ ಅವಾಗ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪೌರ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರು ಬಂದರೆ ನಗರ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛತೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ನಂಬಿಕೆನೂ ನಮಗೂ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ PKS ಮಾಡೋವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ PKS ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ.
Distribution of forms will happen till 25th of this month. The officials have ensured that there would be no shortage of application forms. Pramod for News9, Bengaluru.
And well, after a long delay, the state government has finally approved the BBMP budget for the year 2014 to 2015. The budget, which was approved in the BBMP Council in February, had an outlay of 7,778 crore rupees. The budget was forwarded to the state government for approval months later, and now the state government has approved it after seeking several queries from the BBMP. The budget, which has been approved now, will be forwarded to the BBMP. It will now be interesting to see if the state government has made any cuts in the outlay of the budget. Now the BBMP has around 9 months' time to implement that budget.
ಬಜೆಟ್ ಆನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಕೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಕೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಇವತ್ತು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಸೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಬಜೆಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಳಿದೆ, ನೀವು ಇದ್ದಾಗಲೇ ಈಗ ಅದನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Moving on, Karnataka has always faced water shortage, and the state is trying its best to preserve every drop, and helping the matter as well as setting an example is a park in Malleshwaram. But how is it done? Take a look.
Little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. Going by this philosophy is the management of the park Sangoli Rayana by Brigade Group, located in Malleshwaram. The authorities have understood the value of preserving every drop of water and have come up with the idea of rainwater harvesting within the premises of the park. Keeping with its aim of bringing about positive change, the park has a rainwater harvesting system in place. There are 4 pits placed at strategic locations across the park as per the capacity of the park. Each of these pits is connected by drains so that excess water can be used.
Major feature of this particular park is we are reusing the water, rainwater, which is collected in the entire area. A 2-acre area collects some 60 to 80,000 liters of water when there is a heavy rain. All this water is recharged into the ground using rainwater harvesting and recharge pits, which we have done. We have about 8 recharge pits all over this park. All the water that falls on this ground is led into the recharge pits, and the groundwater recharge is done so that the groundwater improves. We are not actually using any additional water. We are using the rainwater as well as the existing water and reusing it so that we don't waste water. This is one major important feature of this particular park.
At the entrance of the park, they have a water cascade. The highlight is the water used here too is recycled. It flows down to the underground storage area and gets treated there and brought back up to decorate the park.
We are very proud to be associated with the development of this park, and we feel that this is the only park in Bangalore that is using rainwater harvesting to re-energize the water that is being used in the park.
Karnataka has always faced water shortage, and the state is trying its best to preserve every drop. Helping the matter as well as setting an example is this park. Kudos for the efforts. Nabila for News9.